My name's Simonize, and welcome to another Simonize Guide video. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a kind of complicated part of rogue gearing that hasn't been really relevant in Phase 1 or 2, a little bit relevant in Phase 3, but is going to be a big deal in Icecrown Citadel, and that's the critical strike cap for rogues. The critical strike cap is the maximum amount of critical strike chance that your auto attacks can benefit from. And if you're over the crit cap, it's very bad for your damage output because it wastes a lot of stats. Now, the critical strike chance cap is not like most of your other stat caps, like your expertise or hit, where it is one fixed value that is the cap. The critical strike chance cap varies based on your hit chance and your expertise and a couple other conditions. So we're going to go over the complicated math, and we're also going to give you a very simplified version that should be good for most people and is way easier to understand. Now, the short version of your critical strike chance cap is that we're going to take 101.8%, subtract the chance for a glancing blow, subtract the chance for your attack to miss, subtract the chance for it to be dodged, and subtract the chance for it to be parried. What does that look like? Well, 24% chance for glancing blow, can't change that. 27% chance to miss, but then that can be improved by your chance to hit. 6.5% chance for it to be dodged, that can be improved by your expertise, and then subtracting the parry chance as well, which is 0 if you're attacking from behind the enemy. So let's make a couple more assumptions and simplify this a little more. Let's say you're going to be expertise capped. Most rogues should be, or they should be close enough to that it doesn't really matter. Let's say you have 5 out of 5 ranks of the precision talent from combat. Again, almost all rogues are going to have this. And let's say you're attacking the target from behind. Then we can make this whole calculation about critical strike chance way simpler. Your critical strike chance cap will then be 55.8% plus your bonus hit chance from hit rating. What exactly do I mean by that? Don't worry, it's simple. Look on your character screen. Look for this number right here. This is your bonus hit chance from hit rating. In this picture, 14.09%. And you're going to compare that to your crit chance on your character pane. But you want to check the crit chance when you have raid buffs. Raid buffs are going to add somewhere between about 9.5 to 10.5% critical strike chance. It's a little bit variable because Blessing of Kings adds percentage agility, so you get more crit from raid buffs when you have more agility. Whatever, it's in about the 9.5 to 10.5% range. If the critical strike chance on your character pane when you're in a raid with raid buffs is bigger than 55.8% plus the hit percent gained from hit rating, then you are over crit cap and should panic. Don't panic. Let's go over what you should do if you find that you are crit capped. Almost always, the best solution is going to be to swap gems to gain more hit rating. If you are trying to keep a red socket bonus, you can take like your Fractured Cardinal Ruby or Bright Cardinal Ruby, turn it into a Pristine Ametrine. That'll keep the red socket bonus. If you're putting gems into a yellow socket or a blue socket, you can take out things like that and put in just a straight up rigid King's Amber for 20 hit rating. This is absolutely going to be a DPS increase. Even if you're changing a Fractured Cardinal Ruby on a combat rogue into a 20 hit rating gem on a combat rogue, still going to be a DPS increase if it's taking you from being over crit cap to being under crit cap. This is a big deal. Another thing you can do is swap gear. Being able to swap gear in a way that's profitable, requires you to have a lot of gear and like pretty specific pieces. So this isn't usually the way I would approach solving a crit cap issue, but a swap like this, Frostbrewed Sapphire Ring to Band of the Bone Colossus, is an exceptionally good one because not only are you losing critical strike, you're gaining hit rating. And these two items are the same item level, so you're not even losing, overall total number of stats. If you made a gear swap like this, Syndragos' Cruel Claw down to Precious's Putrid Collar, you're gaining hit rating. This is going to be a DPS gain, if you're crit capped with Cruel Claw, but it's not the most ideal way to solve the problem because you are losing overall stats. The Putrid Collar is only 264 item level, whereas the Syndragos' Cruel Claw is 277, so it just has overall a little more stats. So still a good change to make, but probably not as good as just changing gems. Another thing you can do is you can get a hot Draenei in your party. Draenei offer the Heroic Presence buff. This is for Alliance. Increase your chance to hit by 1%. So anytime you're increasing your chance to hit, you're increasing your critical strike chance cap. So if you've got this Draenei buff, you can bump your critical strike cap up by another 1%. The final absolute summary is critical strike chance cap for Rogue. If the critical strike chance on your character pane when you're raid buffed is bigger than 55.8% plus the percentage hit chance gained from hit rating, then you should probably just swap gems to gain more hit rating until this is no longer true. I anticipate in Icecrown Citadel, a lot of people are going to be asking, you know, what's wrong with my gear? Why aren't I doing that much damage? You know, what's screwed up? They're gonna run into this problem without realizing it. They're going to run into this problem of having too much critical strike chance, not enough hit rating, being over crit cap, wasting a lot of stats, and losing a huge amount of DPS because of it. This is a very important thing that is very realistically going to happen to you while you're gearing up in Icecrown Citadel. For both combat and assassination rogues, this is a potential thing. So absolutely share this with the rogues in your guild so they know what's going on, so they can keep those numbers up and make sure they're not screwing up their gearing in Icecrown Citadel. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Be sure to check out Simon I Show TV. That's my VODs, clips, and highlights channel here on YouTube. The link to that is going to be in the video description as well as the pinned comment. You'll be able to see the VODs from the Icecrown Citadel PTR, and every time I raid, you know, I'm putting the raid VODs up onto YouTube as well.